Yo guys, Anboni here, and it's time to answer your questions. Now when I made this video I realized it was kind of awkward because usually I reply to comments straight away. So what was the point of me actually, making a video specifically on your questions? But then again, I guess it did give you the chance of asking awkward questions like Revas here asking how long my dick is. So let's find out. Alright, Revas, so according to this thing right here, it's actually bigger than yours. So Nero wants to know who's my favorite YouTuber and why is it him? Well, in fact, you're not my favorite YouTuber, but you're a very close second. My favorite YouTuber is this really awesome guy. I'm gonna have a link right here, actually somewhere on the screen. I'll have a link to this really awesome guy. I think he's the best YouTuber by far. But you're a close second, so yeah, good job. Dan Smoke wants to know where I'm from, and I got this question a lot actually. And I am from the distant land of Romania, which is somewhere in Europe. And you probably don't know where it is, but it's right here. Bam. Jaylen wants me to make more Insanity videos and how to gear for Insanity and for Mindspike. I guess I can make more Insanity videos, that's sure, I can make that. Actually, Insanity is pretty good and it's definitely on par with Mindspikes. And how do you gear for Insanity and for Mindspikes? You go Versatility, Mastery, Haste. It's the best setup for whatever spec you decide to go. Nemesis wants to know at which expansion was the Shadow Priest at its highest PvP peak, and he said it's Mob for him. Now I'm not sure about Mob. I would say it wasn't our strongest point. I think Shadow Priests were strongest in Cataclysm, although I didn't really play Cataclysm a lot. It was during the time where you could, I can't even remember the mechanic exactly, but I know you would charge up your orbs somewhat. Your orbs worked completely different. You would charge up your orbs, and then when you would have number of stacks, you had an extra button like Dark Archangel, whatever, and you just spam Mindspike and instant Mind Blast, and you just destroyed people with it if you got to cast. I think that was Cataclysm, and I'm pretty sure that was the best time for Shadow Priest. Barsky Gaming wants to know what's my main source of income, as in do you have a job or is YouTube my job? I wouldn't really call YouTube a job, not at all. I mean, the money I actually make from YouTube is, let's say it's barely enough to pay my WoW subscription. And other than that, I don't work at the moment. I used to have a lot of jobs, but right now I'm unemployed. I only do YouTube, if you want to consider that a job. I don't really, but yeah. So I have no income right now. Woo! Parasite. Ravager requests of me to make anboniwow. Okay, dude, it's happening. Look, I'm gathering clips. I hope I'll finish it one day, but it is a project. It is happening. Nemesis also wants to know, have you ever played another MMORPG other than WoW? For example, RuneScape. I have not. Actually, I did play Lineage. I think it was Lineage 2 a little bit. And I also played Guild Wars 2 a little bit, but just a little bit. So I would not say I played any other MMORPG other than WoW. Jules Ferrasi wants to know if I'll play another class in Legion and what class, and what's my nationality. Well, I told you about my nationality. I'm from Romania, and I'm not gonna be playing any other class in Legion. I'll be sticking to my Shadow Priest. I hope they make like this super epic revamp and rework, and Shadow Priests are gonna be awesome. At least make them different to what they are right now, because I'm kind of bored with the state of Shadow Priest right now. So if they make some really fun changes, I don't see any reason to play any other class. Of course, I'm gonna try other classes because I do have a lot of alts, but no, I'm gonna stick to Shadow Priest as my main. Steve the Joj asks, am I German or do I just happen to have German boxes around and I don't look or sound very German? Also, why do I keep reading your name as Aniboo instead of Anboni? Tell me now. Because you're a noob. And I'm not German, I'm from Romania. And the boxes you see there are actually my window blinds, because I don't have window blinds. So there's a lot of sun coming in from the windows, So I have one right there, and I have more boxes over, like I have boxed around, see, they're right there. I have boxes to cover that window, and that window. And those are empty. Those are empty, and that's a cat. That's it. Hope that answers your question. Guffles wants to know, how did I start playing video games? How did I start YouTube? And how old I am? Video games, I have no idea. I've been playing video games since as long as I can remember. I used to have like a really old console. I don't even know what it was. It was like a Terminator console. So I really don't know. It's a hard question, man. So yeah, I've been playing games since forever. I remember my first computer. It was such a shitty computer. I did not have the hard disk to the space required to install any game, and I also didn't have a CD-ROM because CDs were a big thing back then. So yeah, I remember having like a schoolmate in middle school, and he would always call me over, and he had like this really killer computer by those days standards. And I don't know, I was always around computers and video games. It was a big thing, and it still is. How did I start doing YouTube? Well, long story short, I was in this situation where I had a lot of free time, and ever since actually Swifty was my biggest inspiration, but it wasn't Swifty like his main channel. It was Swifty IRL. If you guys know Swifty IRL, those were the videos that really got me, and it made me think, damn, I really wish that looked so much fun. He was playing video games and having, so much fun in real life meanwhile. So I don't know, I just really wanted to do that as well. So I was at this in this moment of my life where I had a lot of free time. I was in college and I had good internet, and there was no reason not to. I've been planning on doing it for a really long time, ever since Swifty and his IRL videos, which are 7-8 years old now, something like that. So yeah, I wanted to do it. And how old I am actually 16. No, wait, I'm 26. Yeah, one of those. And Max Lidrg wants to know where I'm from. I'm from Romania. And last question comes from Ravager, and he asks, how many times have you come close to giving up on your Shadow Priest? I don't think I've ever thought about that. I never wanted to quit Shadow Priest. Wait, no. Actually, there was this one time when it was around the time when I leveled my warrior. I do have a level 90 warrior. So I remember when I leveled the warrior, I thought, fuck it, warriors are too strong. Shadow Priests are bad. So I just went warrior. But then I didn't quit Shadow Priest. I just also leveled the warrior. But other than that, I never really thought about quitting just because the class was weaker. I did main something else in some expansions, like in Wrath of the Lich King I was a DK, and in Cataclysm I barely played, and when I played I was a Shadow Priest and a Rogue and a DK, and then in Mr. Pandaria I was a Shadow Priest, and then right now I'm a Shadow Priest as a main. But that's it, that's all the questions, can't see anything else. Thanks for the questions actually, guys, and yeah, that's it. I'll catch you in the next video. See ya!